So welcome back to my lecture. In the last lecture, the hello world. Okay, okay. Welcome to my lecture. In the last lecture, we learned about hello world program in the Verilog language. In that program, I wrote some initial blocks, right? So in this lecture, we will learn about what is initial block exactly and how those initial block functions. So let us write a simple program in a Verilog. So let us take a module. As I said earlier, every Verilog program starts with a module. So I gave this test initial block, right? So okay, end module. I'm ending this module. So all the code will lie between this module and end module. So I will take two initial blocks here and we will test how those initial blocks functions. So initial, begin, end. So this is first initial block which starts with begin and ends with end. So whatever the code in between this begin and end will belong to the first initial block. So I will write here. I will provide some delay. No, not right now. So $display first initial block, and I'll see %g time equals to %g $time. So $time is a system directive that will give us a time at what time this display statement has been executed by this program. I will write another initial block, begin, and I'll simply copy this statement over here, right? And what are this is second initial block, so I'll replace this first with second initial block, and I will provide this, and I will see at what time this second initial block executes. So let us see our variables. So I have defined here test bench system verilog. Let us give our tool mentor questa tool. I have selected mentor questa tool. Time scale is equal to 1 nanosecond to 1 nanosecond. Now let us execute this program and see at what time these two particular statements executes. Okay, so here is the timestamp of the execution. So we have seen that the first initial block executed at time 0 nanosecond, second initial block executed at time 0 nanosecond. It means that whenever there is an initial block, it will execute simultaneously, right? So initial block has independent existence and it is not a procedural like our C program that this initial block will execute first and this initial block will execute second. It is not like that. These are parallel threads. Every initial statement is a parallel thread inside the module. That's why these two statements executed at the same time, and the time has been executed at the same time, and time is already given here. Now we will add some delays and see what happens. Let us give some delay of 10 nanoseconds. So this is delay #10 is a delay of 10 nanoseconds because our scale is 9 nanoseconds. We have given 10 nanosecond delay. Now we will execute this particular program and see what happens. Okay, now we have seen second initial block executed at time 0 and first initial block executed at a time #10, right? So we have learned something about initial block in this lecture. We'll learn further a lot about initial block and other directives, and also we have learned about the time directive. The time directive returns us about this time type and the what time that particular statement has been executed. So we can utilize this $time directive for the debugging in coming lectures or in test benches. So stay tuned and enjoy these lectures. Thank you.